These are the times NBA fans went too far. And first, this fan did something so stupid that he got banned from the Chase Center. Wait a sec. That's right, YouTuber Dawson Gurley disguised himself as Klay Thompson. Dude duped fans, TV crews, and even bypassed security, but no one noticed at first. Until they eventually realized he wasn't the real Klay and kicked him out. Yeah, you'd think this would be a dead giveaway. But Dawson wasn't the only YouTuber who made a scene on the court, because this next guy took this to a whole new level. Because during the fourth quarter of the Timberwolves game, this happened. That's right, Gideon's barber gave him the cleanest shave. Courtside, the cameras caught it all, and the players were in shock, especially Anthony Edwards. He couldn't believe it, but his bald head must have brought good luck, because the Timberwolves won the game 116-95, with Karl Anthony Towns scoring 20 and even grabbing dunk of the night against the Mavericks. Crazy. But this next fan might have taken it too far. See, the Grizzlies were playing the Timberwolves in Game 1 of the first round playoffs. It was a heated game. The teams were neck and neck, and there were only 5 minutes left of the second quarter. And the players were so focused that no one noticed that someone was chained to the basket stanchion? See, Jessica Benson thought it would be a good idea to protest at the game to get Glenn Taylor, majority owner of the Timberwolves, to step down and return Factory Farm. But her plan backfired, because security eventually cut her free from the chains and she had to be carried out. Damn, that must be embarrassing. And talking about crazy fans, we gotta talk about the time Russell Westbrook got attacked on the court. See, the Thunder's star player stepped off the court for a second when out of nowhere he got shoved in the back. But here's the kicker. The shover was a young boy. Yeah, you heard that right. A little kid. But Russell wasn't gonna accept no disrespect from a kid. So, he gave that kid a piece of his mind.
Small little fan there. Saying, you all right, little fella?
Poor kid. Dude, he just wanted to ask Russell if he was subscribed to the greatest NBA channel on YouTube. Anyways, this isn't the first time an uninvited guest found themselves on the court. Cause back in 2009, things got hella weird. This fan took it so far, they ended up getting themselves killed. But get this, it wasn't even a person. It was a bat. Yep, you heard me right. A freaking bat. This little guy flew down onto the court and everyone was freaking out. But then, Manu Ginobili had enough and stepped up like a boss and swatted that bat out of the air with his giant paw. Dude didn't even flinch. After the game, Manu had to get shots just to make sure he didn't catch any bat diseases or something. And get this, it was Halloween too, so it was some crazy horror movie type of vibe. But in the end, Manu just tossed the bat in the trash like it was no big deal. Man, they didn't need to do him like that. R.I.P. to the homie. But this next one wasn't just one fan, but a whole crowd. And they did something so embarrassing, I don't think they'll ever live it down. See, during a 2019 Raptors final, Kevin Durant was shooting to the hoop and something popped in his leg, causing him to fall to the ground in agony, and his injury was so bad that he was no longer able to play. But the Raptors fans started to cheer, because they were happy he was injured and would be out for the series. The other players rushed to his side, but their attempts were pointless because the fans just wouldn't stop. Damn, that's just straight up disrespectful. And speaking of disrespect, my man Trae Young seems to get it the worst.
Still have two. Knicks no more foul.
But this one fan took it so far, he got banned from MSG. See, the New York Knicks were facing off against the Atlanta Hawks in Game 2 of the first round. The game was tied in the fourth quarter and Trae was inbounding the ball, when a fan got up from his seat and did the unthinkable. You saw right. A fan leaned over and spat directly on Trae during the pandemic, and everyone was furious.
Do you understand the level of disrespect?
But Trae took it all in stride and even saw the funny side. But he's not the only player with a sense of humor, cause Nick Young was trolled by a fan in the funniest of ways. The former Los Angeles Lakers player was mistaken by a fan.
D'Angelo Russell, bro. D-Lo, bro. What you doing, bro?
See, The fan called him D'Angelo Russell, the worst name you can say to Young, all because of this.
What you like? You was 30, she was 19? What about Amber Rose? You ain't never tried?
In case you didn't know, Young and Russell used to be very good friends, but everything changed when D'Angelo shared a video where Young admitted to cheating on his then girlfriend, rapper Iggy Azalea. The video went viral and destroyed Young's relationship with the Australian rapper. Now, I don't condone cheating, but D'Angelo broke the #1 rule of bro code. Luckily, Nick saw the funny side of the fan prank, and thank God, because that could have ended very differently. But I can say the same for the next guy, because he took dribbling on the court to a whole new level. Dude straight up vomited on the court, like in the middle of a game. Safe to say the players were not impressed. But the craziest part? Dude just stayed sitting there like it was no big deal. He even kept burping while the staff came over to clean up the mess. Someone get this guy a bucket. And from disgusting to downright scary, cause this fan made an NBA player frightened for their life. It was 2012 and the Knicks were playing the Pacers when all of a sudden, this happens. And she was relentless, cause she was screaming for Kenyon Martin, and she wouldn't stop until he showed up. But the crazy thing is, Kenyon was nowhere to be seen because he was traded to the Los Angeles Clippers. And turns out, this lady had a history of stalking Kenyon, but this time she was caught and eventually charged with trespassing. Damn, thankfully no one got hurt. But I can't say the same for this next fan, cause his actions turned a whole NBA game into a WWE SmackDown. But I gotta take you all back to 2004. It was the Indiana Pacers and the defending champions, Detroit Pistons. The Pacers were leading 97-82, and there were only 45.9 seconds left in the game when Ben Wallace was fouled by Ron Artest. So they got into it. But Artest wanted to continue the game, so he took to the scorer's table to cool off. And a fan took that literally, cause he threw a drink at Artest and he got angry and immediately charged into the crowd and grabbed Michael Ryan. But he made a mistake because it was actually John Green who threw the drink. And then what happened next was pure chaos.
This is not good for the NBA.
The NBA suspended 9 players and 5 were charged with assault. But that's not all, because 5 fans also faced assault charges. And they were banned from attending Piston home games for life. Damn. The NBA had to step in to change the rules and make sure this never happened again. But this wasn't the first time the NBA had to lay down the law. Did you know a player was fined $25,000 for celebrating after a win? Or that it's perfectly legal to have your 6th man on the court? Yeah, didn't think so. So click this video to find out what crazy NBA rules you didn't know exist. Peace.